CEX refused to sell me a game. Have you ever had that? Because it's a first for me, for sure.
Hey, it's me, OG Duffy, back with a CEX challenge. But this one is slightly different to the norm because we are niching down. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, the same three rules apply. No sports titles, no titles already owned, and number three, stay within budget. Now, the budget for this challenge is £10, only £10. And we are niching down completely just to add games to the PS3 collection. Okay? I keep banging on about the PS3. There's some quality titles at stupid prices. And I'm going to prove that to you guys. Well, or am I? I hopefully do with passing this challenge. But like I say, only £10. Let's see how many games we can get for under a tenner. And let's prove a point here. You can get some great games very, very cheap still. Let's see if we can do this. A tenner. Let's see how many we can find. If any at all. Entering the local CEX for this PS3 challenge, and remember, do stick around to the end where I'll show you the pickups I have had and whether I complete this challenge. Now, of course, we are going to digress here and go over to the retro cabinet because it'll be rude not to, guys, as there's always some cracking little titles to be seen here and usually some sort of rare gems, you know. Yeah, and I always enjoy looking in these sections anyway. Now, loose cart games, I don't really go in for them, to be honest, unless they're NES. But some of these SNES games are quite appealing, to be honest. But this caught my eye here. Look, £65 for that. CJ Elephant Fugitive. It's an unboxed game. It's on the Game Gear. But why it caught my eye was it's by Codemasters. I remember Codemasters. Were they a British company? I'm sure they're still going. I don't remember. Did they have something to do with Colin McRae Rally on the PS1? But I was also surprised by the price of that. £65 for a loose cart on the Game Gear. So obviously quite a collectible cartridge, that one. It's a new title on me. Anyone know anything about that one? Anyway, I don't collect for this system. But yeah, I just thought some of you might find that interesting. Carrying on there, more N64 carts and of course the classic GoldenEye there. Cheap as chips that, innit? But this caught my eye here, right, ready? Skies of Arcadia Legends on the GameCube. Now, I've never played this, right? But I do know that was released 2 years after the original. I think it's got improved graphics maybe, but I know it's got more side quests and stuff like that in it. But many claim it is the best RPG ever released on the GameCube. I've never played it, so I can't comment, but do you agree, do you disagree with that? Skies of Arcadia there. Apparently as well, it was due to be released on the PS2, but got cancelled after the GameCube release. Quite why, I do not know. If you know why that was never on the PS2 and cancelled, then do drop in the comments. Moving along here, we'll come to the PS1 section next. Not a vast range now. They've seemed to have sold quite a few in here since my last visit. But a nice little range either way, including the original Diablo. But the reason why we've come here, the PS3. Now, there are some absolutely bargain games at amazing prices. And these have got to be seen to be believed, some of these games, honestly. This one here, right, I took a look at this. BioShock Infinite. £1.50 that. Now, I first played this when I got a gaming PC a long time ago, and this had just sort of been released. It was quite a new game, and I remember installing it on the gaming PC, and I have to say the graphics on this blew me away. It was truly outstanding. It was such a great game, very enjoyable. I must revisit it actually, because I never did get round to completing that. So BioShock Infinite, a definite revisit is on the cards. And the next game to catch my eye is the Captain America game there, Super Soldier. Obviously it's £30, so I did not pick this up, but I still have a look at these sort of titles. I do not own that one. I've got the Hulk and I've got Thor, but I don't have that one. So yeah, it might be a future pickup. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, watch this space. I'm sure I will cover it if and when I do pick it up. Call of Duty there, Black Ops. Now, Black Ops, is that the one with the zombies? I love the zombies games on the Call of Duty. I just think they're so good. Now, Fear 2 here, Project Origin, £2.50 game there. I'm guessing, rightly or wrongly, it's a horror title. It certainly looks like it, and I could be wrong, or is it an FPS? If you know, drop in the comments. But yeah, I don't think I own that one. I did not pick it up though, guys, so a little spoiler there. But do stay tuned, obviously, and I will show you the games that I did get, all for under a tenner, of course. Moving along the shelf here now. There's obviously quite a few titles you get where they've got a lot of copies of. I mean, Gran Turismo and usually Grand Theft Auto being typical examples of this. F1 as well is another one. Now I looked at that, Ghostbusters, £6. I bought that recently, not so many months ago, and I paid a fiver for it. So it's nice to see the games creeping up in price. So even though I own them, I still always have a quick look just to keep myself in the loop, so to speak, to see the direction of the prices on this system, to see which way they are going. Now we stop to look at this. LA Noire, £1.50 that game, right? It's by Rockstar Games. They're infamous. They're a great company. It's an absolutely amazing game. Now, I've got it, right? I've already got it. But if you haven't got it and you've got a PS3, spend £1.50 and I guarantee you will not regret it. It's an amazing game and many hours gameplay to be had on that one. £1.50. I just can't. I mean, that's what we're here for today. We're here to look at the bargain games, and that's a prime example of an absolutely amazing game at an amazing price. So do jump on board if you don't already own that. Carrying on. Minecraft there. I mean, what system has that not been released on? I remember back in the day actually seeing screenshots of Minecraft when it had been released on PC. And I thought to myself, that looks absolutely awful. Little were we to know, mate, the game that went on to become, what a huge title that was. Now, Special Ops there, The Line, that game recently has been going up in value quite a bit. So that's one to keep an eye on as well. Coming back here, this is a sports title, so I do not pick it up, but it's £1. Top Spin. Now, the reason I stopped to look at this, I love Virtua Tennis. I think it's absolutely an amazing game, sort of great arcade play and stuff, but I've never played a Top Spin tennis game. How does this compare to Virtua Tennis, or the Virtual Tennis series? Is it as good? Is it better? Do let me know in the comments, because if so, I'll probably pick that up, but obviously not today, because it is a sports title, and we don't be picking up sports titles in these challenges, unless I really twist the rules. That pretty much concludes this little game hunt here. We're going to go back to OG Duffy Towers and I'm going to show you how many games I got for under a tenner. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the results. I know I was. A quick look there at the PSP UMD discs, because I know some of you click for that system and you always say, OG, show us the UMD. So there it is. And of course we finish up this game hunt as always with a nice pint. Oh yes.
We are back in OG Duffy Towers with the pickups. Yes indeed. Now, the 3 rules, you know what they are by now. Of course you do. Of course, I'll just recap them very briefly. 1, no sports titles. 2, no copies of games I already own. And number 3, of course, is do not go over budget. £10 is the budget, and I can confirm I have not gone over budget. I can confirm there are no sports titles. And I can confirm there are no doubles, so it's a pass. But all that aside, this is a niching down one, all about the PS3 and what bargain games can still be bought for such a great looking console still. So without further ado, let's go crack a beer. Hey. And let's get to them all-important pickups, show you exactly how many PS3 titles I got for less than a tenner. I've done very well, I think. So what you think? The trip to CEX today was a world first for OG Duffy. I was refused sale of a game. CEX refused to sell me a game. Have you ever had that? Because it's a first for me for sure. Now, we will come to the reasoning behind it very shortly. But all in all, as I say, I am pretty confident I've passed. Well, I know I've passed the challenge, so let's not even up for debate. Let's just get this beer poured, and the most important thing of all, get hydrated. Because it's important to stay hydrated when we're going to go through these pickups. Now, first off, I got a total of 7 games. All for less than a tenner, less than a tenner. I spent a total of £9.50, okay? Or so I thought. It's then when I got to the counter, she's going behind, she's getting all the discs, she's finding the games and doing all that good stuff. And then she says, oh. She looks at the disc. So I'm not too happy with this one. I'm putting it through the cleaner. Great, me says. Off she goes, through the cleaner, carries on, getting the rest of the discs together, doing all that good stuff that they do. And then gets the one from the cleaner, gives it a nice buff, nice fibre cloth there, you know, giving it a good old clean up. And she looks at it again, she went, I'm not selling that. And she says, I refuse to sell that. She went, that disc will not work. I'm not going to waste my time. And she looked at it, she showed me the scratch. It was a really deep scratch that the machine they've got there couldn't take out. And them machines they have in there are very, very expensive. Because I've looked at them in the past for myself and I thought, I don't go through enough games to warrant that sort of cost. So I never bothered with a disc machine like that. So I had 7 games. I've now only got 6, which put me even more under budget because I did spend £9.50, so now I've spent £8.50. Yeah, 6 PS3 titles for £8.50. You can't go wrong with this system, guys. I keep banging on and on and on about it. Enough talk, let's get to them. As a little bonus, at the very end of this video, I'm going to do a blind pick and pick one of the titles I have picked up, and we will give it a quick play on the PS3, quick run through to see if it's any good. Anyway, the first game I got was this, Killzone 2. Killzone 2. I've got Killzone 3 up on the shelf in a specialist steel case edition. I've never played a Killzone game. I know they've got some very, very good reviews. But right, let's be honest. £1. You guys do the maths, right? For £1. Even if you only play that for an hour, it's £1. God's sake. I mean, there's some quality games out there. But this, I mean, as it says here on the front, Landmark Piece, Explosive Entertainment, 9 out of 10 PlayStation Magazine, Gold Award. So straight away they're telling you it's a decent title and £1. What does £1 buy you a day, guys? I don't know how much a Mars bar is anymore. It's been a long time since I bought one. So that was the first one, which was £1 title. Now, all the other titles here are £1.50 games. But the other title that she refused to sell me, and rightly so, was called The Club by Sega. And they only had 1 copy of it there. But I'm beginning to wonder if this is a bit of fate. And I'll tell you why. As you know, whenever I buy games from CEX, I always get the manual. Always pick up ones with a manual. Unless it's a Wii U game that I really need, okay? And this Club... The game, The Club, was a £1 game and it had no manual. But you know what? I read the synopsis on the back and I thought, that sounds so good. For £1, I'm going to let that little rule go. And then when I got to the counter, as I say, she wasn't happy with the disc and she said, oh, I'm not going to sell that. I'm not selling it. So she wouldn't sell it to me. So I'm a bit gutted because it's a game that sounds really good and I'm looking forward to. But you know what? I appreciate the young lady's honesty. Oh, yes, I do. If only more staff were like that, eh? So, to be commended, actually. But The Club, do you guys know anything about it? And, yeah, I'm a bit gutted at missing out on it. But, do you know what? It's a £1 game. I will pick it up. Yeah. I've said that now. Everyone here will be racing out to pick them all up, won't they? Yeah, I might have to pay £2 for it. Anyway, next one, £1.50. Right, ready? Darksiders. The Horseman Cometh. I mean, that one there, the US magazine, Play magazine, gave this 10 out of 10. Now, this, like I say, I've niched down for this CEX challenge this week. And when we're looking at games like this, I mean, that full Killzone 2 has had great reviews. This has had great reviews. So it just evidences you don't need a fortune to start collecting retro video games. No, you don't. And not that, just that. These games are highly playable. But you know the problem, guys? Too many games, not enough time. Oh dear. And the next title, again, was £1.50, and it is that Crysis 2. I know absolutely nothing about this at all. But again, talking about cheap games and awards and great reviews and stuff, on the back cover of this and how true this is, I mean, you guys, in the comments as always, drop in the comments, are these games any good? Okay, this is saying it was the best of E3. Won Best of E3 awards, Best of E3 awards. So it's won awards again. Be strong, be fast, be invisible, be the weapon. I mean, you know, a lot of these games will probably have multiplayer online and stuff, but I would imagine a lot of the servers for these are closed down anyway. So you don't pick them up for that reason. But I mean, £1.50, right? I'm not complaining. £1.50. Like I say, know absolutely nothing about it at all, but I'm guessing it's a first-person shooter. Okay. Hey, looks fun. It's also compatible with 3D TVs. Now, my main TV in the living room is 3D. You know, you put your glasses on. They're decent glasses because with this 3D TV, you don't have to have battery-operated ones that sort of give you a bit of flicker. It's just like shades. You put the shades on, you get the full 3D effect. I love it for the 3D Blu-rays, but I've not done any of the 3D gaming on it. There's a fault there, isn't there? I should give it a crack, really. Anyway, Crysis 2, do you know anything about that one? Worth a play? Drop in the comments. Now, my PS3 collection is filling up nicely. I am just over 250 titles in now. But it's not an expensive system to collect for. And I mean, I'm hoping today's video can evidence this to you. Because let's be honest, when you get cheap games normally for a system, it's your FIFAs, it's your soccers, it's your golf, you know, your Tiger Woods, your rugby titles, all them sort of cheap titles generally are sports titles. But I'm proving on the PS3 there are so many great games still to be had that are just so cheap. I can't carry on enough about it. Anyway, the next one, again, was £1.50, and it is this. Lair. Okay? Looks a bit RPG-ish. Take the reins of the ultimate weapon of war. Looks like you're riding a dragon. And this was before Game of Thrones, guys. Oh, yes. Defend the skies atop a savage dragon bred to kill with fire, tooth and claw. This sounds fun. Sounds like I'm riding a dragon around, breathing fire and munching and clawing and being generally horrible to a bunch of humans. Because it'd be rude not to. But what's not rude, mate, is £1.50. Oh, yes. Oh, great stuff. 2 more to go. Oh, yes. These great games, all for under a tenner. 6 games, under a tenner. This one, again, was £1.50. And it's Darksiders 2. Now, as you saw, I already picked up Darksiders 1. Okay. This is saying, looking at the review bits on the back, it's awesome take on the Apocalypse IGN, epic, multiplayer, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't know anything about that one at all. I'm assuming the same way I am with the first Darksiders is it's an RPG, and this is obviously the follow-up. Even I am intelligent enough to suss that one. But again, £1.50. These are great games, especially for the winter months, you know. I can come out here, pop the heater on, got my cold beers there, you know, nice and warm, cosy, drinking my beers, playing my games on the PS3. Oh. I mean, I've got enough PS3 games now, and but the question is this, another question for you to please drop in the comments. How collectible do you think the PS3 is going to become, or is becoming? Okay? Personally, as I keep saying, the price of these games, because they're great titles for great prices, surely the bubble has got to burst on this. This is going to soon start rising. That's what I think, anyway. Over to you. Let me know in the thoughts in the comments, as always. But anyway, that last pickup. And to the last pickup, again, this was £1.50. Oh, yes. But we must stay hydrated, of course. But you already knew that. I don't know what went wrong with my first pour of this pint can, but it weren't good, was it, guys? That was some old bit of a frothy head I left on there, wasn't it? It's not like me. Maybe it's the excitement of all these cheap PS3 games. But anyway, my final pickup was this. And it's a game that is available in all CEXs in abundance. Okay, it's a AAA title. It was a PS3 exclusive, and I thought I had it. So all these times I've been going to CX, I've been looking past it. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I got that. When actually I hadn't, and it is this: Uncharted Amongst Thieves. Uncharted Amongst Thieves. Okay, or Among Thieves, should I say? Now, because there was probably about 10 copies of this in there, well, I exaggerate, probably about 6, I could sort of cherry pick, and I've got one with an absolutely pucker manual. So not only did I pick the one with the best manual, I could sort of like look at the covers and that, right? But these games, okay, £1.50. I mean, the Uncharted, it needs no real up to, you know, explanation, does it? They're so raved about. Now, we're going to go to the shelves in a minute and take a look, but I've got so many copies of Uncharted games that's what I said. I always thought I had it. But the problem is this: I still have yet to play one of them. Maybe this is going to be the one that gets picked in the blind draw. I hope not, because I don't think I've got the time to invest. But these games, how many hours do you sort of have to invest in the Uncharted games, you know? Is it one of them where it's going to take you like 100 hours to complete the game? Or can I sort of sit down and do it maybe in 3-4 evenings, sort of 2 hours at a time? You know, can that be done in like 6-8 hours? Or is it... If you know, do drop in the comments. But let's go take a quick look at the other Uncharted games I've got and why maybe I've been a bit confused all this time. Over to the PS3 shelves and straight away down to the section here. And as we can see here, I've got Uncharted Drake's Fortune, and that's on the red label. I've got Uncharted Drake's Fortune on the silver label. I've got Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. Drake's Deception, a different cover, and I've got the special edition Drake's Deception that one of you kind viewers gave in to me, sent in so for free. That was amazing. Another one of them great gifts that you guys send. So I've all this time I've been confused, thinking I've got it when actually I didn't. Summarising now, £8.50 for them games, right? I mean, ask the question seriously. What does £8.50 buy you? I mean, if me and Mrs. OG go for a drink on a Saturday, obviously I always have a pint, and she'll have maybe a Coke or a pineapple juice or something, you know? And that's about £8-9. So, £8.50 got me Uncharted, Thieves Among Thieves, right? Darksiders 2, Lair, Crisis 2, Darksiders 1, and Killzone 2. And remember, of course, I would have also have had The Club by Sega, which was a quid game as well, which would have bought me in at £9.50. So, no sports titles. Brilliant. No doubles. Don't own any of them. And, of course, stay within budget, which we easily did. Can't bang on enough about the PS3, guys, but you already know that. Anyway, let's do a blind pick. Let's see which one we're going to play. These are the games I purchased. I'm going to shuffle them up. I'm not looking. I'm just shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Right, I'm now punting them down on that stall there. I cannot see them. We're going to dive in. And I am going for that one. Face the Fury of Helgen. Killzone 2. Killzone 2. All of these are new to me. So let's crack this in. And let's see if it's any good. I'm guessing it's an FPS. We're about to soon find out, though. I mean, graphically, I think this still looks amazing. Right. Confession time. Whenever I get these choices, I always go the easiest option. Because you know what? I'm too old in the tooth now to be putting myself under stress. I enjoy playing games. But the thing is, by putting it on the easier level for myself, I get to actually enjoy it rather than get stressed about it. Oh, yes. Maybe that's a cop-out. Maybe it's not. But as long as I enjoy the game, that's all that matters. Okay, Killzone. Let's see if this is any good. Right, it's thrown me straight in the mix. I've come off the sort of our main ship. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. Right, here we go. I mean, graphically, look at that, guys, right?
This is a £1.50 title. You just can't. I mean, the old thing there's vibrating like good in the controller. What's that? L2 to attach cover. Got me a rocket launcher. This could be fun. Or maybe not. Thought I had him. Try him instead. Yeah! Destroy the bridge. Bridge destroyed. Okay, let's pick up the assault rifle. I think that's going to be a better weapon. Okay. Try now, guys. Push that. Oh, I'm getting it here. Have some of that. Stick a grenade to them. L1. Right, I've got to remember that. L1. Because they sort of do leap out on you in this. Oh, typical. I had him in my sights and then my aim's gone. Right, I got him. Or did I? I got him then, surely. Bounce off the wall. That's a better position. I heard a scream. That's a good thing. Got him. Oh, comes a grenade. Oh, who's at me? Yeah. I'm getting the hang of it now, guys. I'm getting there. He says. I've got to remember that melee attack button, L1. That's all we need, reinforcements. And not for us. I'm a bit trigger happy on this. Oh. That grenade was a well-placed one, that, I think. He says. Got him that time. They're quite tough, these old enemies on this, you know. It's not like a couple of shots and they're out of it. It's far from it.
Convoy's in position. Get that floodgate open. We're on it.
We're on it. Like Sonic. Where's he gone? Oh, what we got over here? Some weapons, soldiers. Right, let's change it up. Back to this one. What's in there? Anything? No. Cans. Right. Ugh. Do this. I've got to hack it. I'm assuming that's the control box. I want to cover him while he's hacking it. Oh, got you, man. Sorry. I'm guessing. Oh, he's coming that way. Bounce a grenade off down there. Hurry up with your hacking, mate. Oh my god. Oh, there's quite a few of them down there. Got another grenade. Bounce it off the wall. Do another one of them. Oh, I'm out of grenades now. Whew, it's tense. It is tense.
That concludes this CEX pickup. Now, as you saw there, 6 PS3 games for that amount of money. £8.50. Absolute bargain. You just cannot go wrong with that system right now, honestly. But your thoughts are what counts. Let me know in the comments what other decent bargain PS3 games are out there for me to pick up. Let's have your suggestions. I might already have quite a few of them on them shelves. I might not have any of them at all. But share your memories. What pickups have you had of late? I always love hearing. Now, like I say, that Killzone we just played there, that is a £1 game. I'll probably just put in 20 minutes into that. It's quite good because the tutorial on it wasn't vast. Usually they got, now go and jump over this, now do this, and with that it pretty much just throws you straight into the drama of it. I'm just sort of getting to grips with the controls. I'm going to go into the settings and see if I can sort of change a few of the button key configurations, because I'm finding like the aiming down the sight and that, pressing the thumb to do it rather than pressing one of the trigger buttons, I think would be better. But I'm sure, hopefully, I can go in and change them settings. And if I can't, I'm sure I'll soon get the hang of it. What do I think of Killzone? Well, it's a £1 title, Killzone 2 there. And to be absolutely honest, I mean, for a quid, I've done 20 minutes and I've only just sort of got straight into the game early on. I mean, that's going to give me hours of pleasure, I'm sure. It's a very tense game. And what I liked about it as well, it's not just, you don't just shoot and they fall over, the enemies. You have to give them quite a few shots and you have to get your aim in. It's quite a skilled game in itself. It's fun. It's I say, it's very tense. It's quite realistic. The realism there is good. The graphics and that, great. And again, the best bit about it, it was a quid. Anyway, I've been OG Duffy. You've been awesome as always. But do drop in the comments. I love hearing about your pickups, your suggestions and all that good stuff. And honestly, if you're not on board with a PS3, do so. There's going to be some great collectibles for this system. There really are. Anyway, you can't go wrong at the price of some of these games. Don't get me wrong. There are heavy hitters for this system as well. So it suits all collectors. I've been OG Duffy. You've been awesome. And this beer is for you. See you on the next one, guys. Happy days.